Why? Why do we hate so much? Because it's what we've been taught, one generation after the next, passing on someone else's story, passing on someone else's pain and suffering, passing on someone else's hate. Is it right? Is it wrong? Is that the only story they knew how to live? Is that the only story they could live? Can we not change? Can humanity not evolve in this area? We've evolved in so many other ways, from caves and fires to buildings and furnaces. Where would we be if we did not continue to reevaluate and evolve? From riding horses across the country to horse and buggy to motor vehicles. From each family hunting for their food in the wilderness in order to survive the next day, to buildings upon buildings filled with food all around us. From rotten food to refrigerators and freezers. From party lines to cell phones, from snail mail to email. And yet, we refuse to evolve how we handle our differences and disagreements. The only way to solve a problem is through violence, pain, and suffering? Really? You grab your group and I will grab my group and we will massacre each other until only a few are left standing and able to say, "We won." Maybe that was the only way we knew how to handle our differences lifetimes ago, but really? This is the only way we know how to communicate with each other in this day and age? This is not the Stone Age. We are smarter than that. We have the intelligence and the capability to think, learn, understand, and evolve. But instead, we keep going backwards. I hate you. You hate me. I cause you pain and suffering, and you cause me pain and suffering. Rinse and repeat from generation to generation. When does it ever end? I'm not sure because we have never seen the end. All we have proven is that hate creates pain and suffering, which creates more hate. Has that not been proven enough since the beginning of time? What has it accomplished? Fear. That is what hate and violence in any form accomplishes. Fear. Find anyone's breaking point and they will say and live however you command. Because of fear. Not because they truly understand you or agree with you. No. All that is accomplished is fear, suffering, and death. Mankind around the world has become brilliant kings at overpowering, inflicting pain, suffering, and hatred. But is that really something to be proud of? It's much easier to pull a trigger than trying to understand each other, compromise, and figure out a way to work together without blood being spilled. That's where the real feat lies, doesn't it? Figuring out how to live together on this earth without unnecessary pain and bloodshed. It's easy to hate. But what isn't easy is to put our ego in check and really look at the whole story. Is there more to it than what I'm aware of? Is there something I may not understand? Could I hear them out at least? Could I try something different? Could I try something new? Could I meet them halfway? Could I change? Would that really be the end-all be-all? Or maybe it's just uncomfortable because it's unexplored territory. You know, they say the definition of insanity is continuing to do the same thing and expecting different results. Are we becoming a world full of insane people? The only thing violence has ever created is fear and hate, which creates more violence. And there you have it, your broken record. You cannot pass go, and nor can you collect $200. Why can't we find another way? Why can we not evolve for the benefit of all humanity? Why can't we try to understand one another? Why does history have to continue to repeat itself here? Where is one's state of mind to feel that violence, pain, and suffering of others is the only option? But then again, what has humanity always resorted to when they don't understand something or someone? Instead of trying to understand each other, I will just force you to be like me, to think like me, to live like me, or you will suffer and die. Why are we so scared of our differences? We put to death anyone who shows an inkling of being different than us. All it takes is a moment to start to get to know that other soul, talking, listening, and truly being open to someone else who is different than you. Being open to new ideas, new ways of living, and change is what has led us to so many great things. Why stop now? Isn't it time to find another way to live with each other? Haven't we given hatred and violence enough of our time? Let's move forward. Let's evolve together. Let's take on the challenge of trying to understand one another, accepting that we are different in many ways, accepting that your norm does not have to be my norm and vice versa, respecting our right to be different from one another. And instead of being afraid of those differences, we learn, listen, and be open to understanding something new about someone else. Let's focus on the things we do have in common. I want to feel safe and to not suffer. I want to give our families a safe place to live, filled with as much happiness, laughter, and good times as possible. That is what I want. What do you want? It's time to evolve. It's time to stop destroying one another and instead find a way to live with each other, no matter our differences. It's time to heal, evolve, and move forward. We all deserve a better life, a better future, and a better world to live in.